Alrighty, folks. Welcome back to another edition of Nurture the Mind, which is the podcast. But today we're going to do another music reaction. I've just kind of been on a roll with those. That's what I've been sticking to here recently. Honestly, out of all the content that I've ever made or created, music reactions are probably my most favorite because I think it provides, my most authentic point of view when it comes to reviewing music. It's something that I love to do is check out new music or listen to, even if it's new songs from artists that I've already heard of. It's just a really fun way to engage, with you guys who are sending in these suggestions. So without further ado, we're going to get started. This week, it's another Falling in Reverse track that I've never heard of. I'm taking a comment from a viewer off of the reaction that I did on I Don't Mind by Falling in Reverse. And the viewer is at Chris Through Glass. I'm going to read the comment. Hopefully, Chris, you don't care that I'm using your name on here. I really like this one. Actually, the whole album really grew on me over time. After I first wasn't that much into it because I thought it was too poppy. Do you know Over When It's Over or Caught Like a Fly by Falling in Reverse? If not, maybe you could check them out. They might be too soft for you, but I really like them, and especially the lyrics. You might want to put reaction in the title of your reactions. I just found this one by accident. Usually I just search for reactions on my favorite artist. Chris, thank you for the recommendation. So I'm going to choose one of those songs. We're either going to go with Over When It's Over or we're going to go with Caught Like a Fly. So I don't know what albums those two songs are off of. Maybe it's off of Coming Home. I guess we'll go take a look and see if we can find it. No, they're not on those. What if I go to Just Like You? Nope, I don't see it on that album either. Are we going even further back, like Fashionably Late from 2013? Oh, it's Over When It's Over. Is there another one? Where's the other one? I don't see it. I have heard Fashionably Late. I actually do like that song. The Drug in Me Is You. Is this the other song you're referencing to? Caught Like a Fly. Okay, so off of this album, I have heard Don't Mess With Ouija Boards, which is a great song because there's so many heavy moments throughout that one. I've also heard I'm Not a Vampire revamped version, and I may have heard The Drug in Me Is You. So I think today, for this reaction, I'm going to go with Caught Like a Fly by Falling in Reverse off of the album The Drug in Me Is You, which is from 2011. Man, that feels like a long time ago. That's like, I would have been... let's see what time of year that was put out. July. That was a really good summer. I was going into freshman year of high school. So this is going to be a very different sounding Falling in Reverse to what I'm used to because I kind of came into their newer music and then worked my way back a little bit. But yeah, what I've heard from this album, Don't Mess With Ouija Boards, like I said, that's a great fucking song. I'm Not a Vampire revamped was really good. I did a reaction of that. And then, like I said, I may have listened to The Drug in Me Is You once, but I don't remember. So we're just going to go with it. Caught Like a Fly. Let's see what this song has to offer.
Attention, attention, everyone! Right in my back.
I guess I'll take a pause here real quick. Very interesting song. Yeah, it did kind of start out slow for me, but it's picked up its pace, especially as I don't know how you break down these songs. Like I know there's like verses, and typically you have that in rap songs. They have like verse one, verse two, verse three. I'm sure that probably goes across all genres of music, but it picked up. I don't know if it's like a chorus or like a bridge or like a hook, but you probably see it in my reaction as I'm listening through, as Ronnie kind of changed his delivery in his lyrics. That's where it kind of started to really grab me. And here goes my cat right across the screen. Move it, buddy. Yeah, interesting lyrics so far. Caught like a fly. Talking about people lying and getting caught in that web and saying that you are just like me. So I'm probably going to need further context through the song. I may go through it one more time just to get the full gist. But so far, I like it. It's kind of hooked me in here. Maybe not that first minute, but eventually I started to sway my head. So let's keep going through this song.
And when you die, I won't be at your wake. No eulogy for me, just a smile on my face. And while God might be busy with judging your soul, I will have slept with the girl that you love. I've left my heart like a moon, just like your
Oh. That guitar, man. What is this, a piano? Man, I don't know why, but I started to kind of tear up there, especially at the end as we come out of that little, I don't know if you could call it a guitar solo, but then it goes into what sounded like a piano. But yeah, I don't know. For some reason, it was just kind of had this emotional tone to it, and there was no lyrics at that point in time, but just the instrumentation, really kind of grabbed me and pulled me in. I think, honestly, in my opinion, so far on the first listen, the instrumentation is the thing that is really carrying this song. I got to go back and listen to it one more time and try and understand the lyrics a little bit more because I don't fully understand. I mean, I get the gist of like caught like a fly. I heard a little bit in there about lying, so maybe people that Ronnie's come across that have deceived him. Ronnie, from what I know and from what I've listened to, has very prominent and powerful lyrics. It really doesn't matter what he's talking about because it could be his past, drug use, going to prison, talking about cancel culture and being zombified. He talks about mental health issues, being stuck in your head. I mean, just everything that is very relatable to, people that are living in the culture and the society that we do right now. Is it's easy to get caught up in the muck and all the distractions. And, there's been so many people that have come after Ronnie Radke, and I would say probably, for things that he doesn't deserve that. I mean, I understand that he has done stuff in the past, and that's kind of what people cling to. And I've said it many, many times. Anytime that I've done a reaction for Falling in Reverse or Ronnie Radke, is like, this guy for some reason is just judged so harshly, and it feels like more harshly than other people that may be in bands or like in his scene, in the genre of music that Falling in Reverse usually finds themselves in. And I just don't really understand that. I think it's because he's polarizing. I think because he does piss people off. He's probably opinionated to most, but again, I could say nothing other than I defend the man because I think he's making really important music. I think he's really changed his life around for the better. And we just act like in society that there's no chance at redemption anymore. I mean, that's what cancel culture is. It's like, let's go ahead and cancel somebody for a mistake that they made, even if it was 5-10 years ago, and let that be the defining moment of their career. And it's like, dude, like, we all make mistakes. And if, most of those people that participate in canceling someone, if their shit was put on blast on social media, online, like, we'd find out very quickly that everybody has aspects of their past, or even their present, things that happened not that long ago that they would like to keep hidden and out of the public eye. But not all of us are, obviously going to be famous or be in the public eye. So it's easy to sit on the sidelines and criticize other people that are out there and are being vulnerable and making music. It's like, so many people are going to judge, but so few people are willing to actually get in the game, whatever game that is, if that's sports, if that's music, if it's politics, if it's movie making, pick your craft, whatever it is. It's like, if you're going to make anything of yourself, you have to be vulnerable and you have to put yourself out there in front of other people and, live with the potential that you're going to get judged at some point, and people are going to misrepresent you, even though things that they say about you are definitely not true, especially if you're trying to accomplish anything of relevance in this lifetime. If you're preaching truth in a world that's full of lies, like, of course, people are going to come after you. We see it all the time. I mean, this is kind of turning into a philosophical rant, but I really feel like right now we're in a battle of good and evil. And so Ronnie Radke is just a person that reminds me of all that stuff that's going on in society. So anyways, I kind of went off, as I always do. I'm going to give it one more listen just to give it a fair chance, see if I can catch anything more in the lyrics, maybe get more of a feel from the instruments, and just see what it pulls out of me.
Attention, attention, everyone! I got a couple things I would like to get off of my chest. Right! Hold up, fuck these up! You know who you are! Caught like a fly in a web of your lies. It's truth be told now, or it's meet your demise. So how did it feel when you held the knife? You stuck right in my back 1,000 times.
part. This is where I got emotional. Jump up. Jump up. Come here. Come here. All right, final thoughts on the song. I mean, being able to go through it one more time, you know, I understand the lyrics a little bit more. Definitely seems like, you know, caught like a fly through all of your lies. You know, you used to be a friend. How did the knife feel when you stuck it right through my back? Your grandfather would roll over in the grave if he knew who the person was that you became. Yes, it's kind of like grieving the loss of friends as you get older. Now, this is back in 2011, so I imagine Ronnie has gone through multiple stages of having friends and losing friends. I mean, to be honest, you know, I'm 26, and this is one of the biggest things you have to contend with and then also be okay with in life is losing friends as you get older. It's happened to me many, many times. You know, people that I was close with in high school, you know, I don't even really talk to or associate with anymore. And even more recently, you know, I would say within the last 5 years or so, just cutting off friends that I had or like casual friends. And, you know, as I've gotten older, it's like I'm not doing it in any malicious way. Like I'm not trying to tell my, you know, those former friends that I'm better than you. But you just get to a point sometimes as you age where, you know, you may have chose one path to go down in life and your friends are kind of in a different path or a different journey. And that's where you start to separate. And then that gap just gets wider and wider and wider. And it does suck because, again, with where I'm at, being 26, you know, I don't really associate with a whole lot of people. I actually spend a lot of my time alone. I have my best friend Dakota that lives up in Ames, which is about an hour away from where I live. And he's finishing up school, so I don't get to see him that often, you know. And I got a coworker, Danny, who I would say I'm really good friends with, you know, but we see each other Monday through Friday, and normally we don't do things on the weekend, although this weekend is going to be the exception. I'm supposed to go over to her place for a game night. Yeah, and I have some friends that still live in town here in Indianola, Iowa, but I don't really get with them a whole lot. And it's just something that you have to accept as you get older, is like you're going to lose friends. And even the friends that you still have, it's like with that age comes more responsibility. Typically, you're more busy with a job, trying to create a stable income. And so this is more about somebody stabbing you in the back as a friend, I guess. I mean, I guess I have had that happen, but I don't think about it necessarily as much. I just think about the aspect of becoming okay with the departure of your friends, whether that is inflicted by them or whether that's inflicted by you. I've had to do it consciously, probably, I don't know, at least like 3 or 4 times. And then again, then there were just circumstances where like we grew apart. Just like, you know, you may date somebody in high school, like your high school sweetheart, you may be with them for like 2.5 years and you think, because this is the first person that you had sex with, that you're going to marry them. But then you find out like, okay, we got together when I was 16 and now we're 18 and we realize like we're completely different people. We want to go 2 completely separate routes in life, and that's okay. Like it's, you know, I think when you're younger, you're just more attached to keeping people in your life. And I understand, you know, why it hurts so much, because you spent so much time with those people, so much delicate time that you'll never get back. But I mean, people should really cherish that and think, like, turn it in a different perspective and say, you know, that person got to experience me at a point in my life, and that was just a tiny little fraction of who I was supposed to become. That's who I was at that point in time, and that's what they remember me for. But now I'm on to bigger and better things. And again, it's not selfish to say, like, hey, I got to cut these people out. It's just a part of my evolution as a human being. So that's what it makes me think of. Again, I understand how this one's more like backstab, betrayal, which is gonna unravel a whole different set of feelings. But it really just makes me think of age and you know, being okay with separating from your friends and certain people. And honestly, I think, you know, the quicker that we can grasp that idea, the better off we're going to be. Because I know I definitely in the past have held on to people, whether it be a relationship or a friendship or family members. I held on to things way too long when life was telling me to, you know, go in this different direction. And you're just making it harder on yourself, because life is all about, you know, letting go of things that, you know, don't serve you anymore. And again, it's like, it's nothing personal against people. It's just like, dude, we got to fucking separate. Like, you want to go this way, I want to go this way. What, you know, we're going to waste our time if we keep trying to compromise so much that ultimately compromises our personalities too much. I mean, in relationships, like, I'll just give an example to close it out. If you had like a girl and a guy that were together, and one of those people wants to have kids, ultimately, like, you're dating them, you've been with them for a few years, and the other person doesn't want kids, and like both of them are steadfast on that issue or on that subject, well, you're probably never going to come together. You're probably never going to change your partner's mind. So yeah, you may love each other, but if that's a deal breaker right there, then that's when it's time to separate. Like, you got to go find somebody that aligns with your values. And I think, you know, as you age and as you evolve and grow into the person that you're supposed to become, you will find the right people that will mold into your lifestyle, because they have the same goals, the same objectives. And so for anybody that's feeling lonely or feeling like they lack friends, like, just understand that you will find people along the way. And this will just be a process that you keep fucking recycling over and over and over again. So anyways, that's all I have to say about the song. I really did enjoy the song. Again, I think there's just like minor parts, especially in the beginning, where it didn't really catch my attention. But then when more of the instruments came in and it got a little bit heavier with the guitar and then eventually the piano, that's where I was really hooked into the music. So thank you for the suggestion. I forget the name on YouTube here. Let me do another quick shout out. Chris Through the Glass, that was a great suggestion. Probably in the near future, I will get to Over When It's Over. As always, if you guys are new to the channel, please like the videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Share it with somebody that's like-minded that you would think would want to consume my content. If you got something out of it, if you enjoyed it, if it made you think in a different way, please share the message. That is the best way to grow this channel, to get more people over here to view the content. I appreciate it when you guys do that. That really helps me out in my mission to, you know, really connect with people through these videos. So anyways, I'm gonna hop off and get out of here. Again, thank you guys so much. Keep sending in suggestions if you have any. If there's music that you think I would like to check out, send it my way, and eventually I will get to it. All right, thank you guys. Love you guys. Bye-bye. Take care. See you on the next video.